Okay, this is the review for the first 6 weeks test, which will be given on Wednesday. Problem number 1 on this review asks, which of these equations could be represented by this model? So the most important thing on a model like this is if you have a key, you have to pay close attention to the key. So the key tells us that the black squares equal -1, the white squares equal +1, and we have a multiplication model here. So these 2 white squares represent +2, and these 4 black squares represent -4, and the product is represented on the inside. So we have +2 times -4 equals, we have 8 negatives on the inside, so -8. And by the rules, you know that would be true also. 2 times 4 is 8. The signs are different. The product is negative. And also using Baby Mindy, we have a positive and a negative, so we're left with a negative product. So let's look at these 4 equations until we find the one that matches. Now this one has the right product, but look, here they're multiplying -2 times +4. So even though the product is correct, that equation does not represent that model. That answer choice A is really testing whether you're paying close attention to the key. We know it can't be B because there are no negative integers there. We know it's not C because we're not multiplying 2 negatives and our product is not positive. So it must be D. +2 times -4 equals -8, and that's what we got. Number 2, we have a chipboard model. It asks us which number sentence is represented by the chipboard model below. So again, we have a key, +1, -1. Let's see, let me count them this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positives, so that's +6. And then to that we're adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 negatives. +6 plus -8. It's addition because if you think about the model, if you start out with the 6 positive chips and then you put 8 negative chips on the model, you're adding the 8 negatives to the model. So then the answer would be, now using the model to find the answer, we would circle our 0 pairs. Remember, +1 and -1 equals 0. 1 minus 1 equals 0. So if we circle all the 0 pairs, we know that all the 0 pairs go away, so this whole part of the model goes away because all of that equals 0. We're left with 2 negatives, -2. And then using the rules, we can confirm that. If we're adding and the signs are different, we find the difference. 8 minus 6 is 2. And then we ask ourselves, which one of these is farther from 0? Which one has the greater absolute value? And it's the negative integer, -8, so it's -2. So looking at our equations, looks like it's the very first one. -8 plus +6 equals -2. But let's look at the others just to confirm, just to make sure we didn't miss anything. This one is -6, and we don't have 6 negatives, we have 8 negatives. Same thing here, we have 8 negatives here, but we don't have 6 negatives, we have 6 positives. And this one, all the integers are positive on answer choice D, so that's not right. Okay, number 3, which list of integers is in order from least to greatest? But the best way to do this problem is make a number line. What's the first thing we put on our number line? 0, the origin. And then we consider all of these integers. +15 would be to the right of 0. +24 would be to the right of 15. The further right you go, the higher the numbers get, so the greater the value of the numbers. And then if we look at these negative integers, -1 would be the first one we would run into as we're going left, then -17, then -28. We have to pay close attention to what the question's asking. They're asking for least to greatest. So the numbers on the far left are the least. So our list should start with -28, so that rules out A and D, and then -17, and that rules out B. We have -28, +24 here. We want -28, then -17, then -1, just like our number line model, and then 15, and then 24. Okay, I'll pick up the review with problem 4 on the next video.